Small guards are taking over NBA 2K25, whether it's a 5'9", a 6'2", a 6'4". Even Joe Knows made his build 6'3", so the era of tall point guards is kind of over. The meta for a lockdown on this game is either a 6'6" lockdown or 6'4", and today I'm going to be showing you guys the lockdown that the best players on the game are currently using in the stage and pro-am, and that's going to be the best build that you can use to lock up these small point guards. So let's get right into it. Now you can make this build at any position: point guard, shooting guard, small forward. It's all up to you. I would just go shooting guard. And for the height, we're going to go 6'4". You're taller than all the point guard builds, but you're also not too short, and I'm going to show you why we're going to go 6'4". For the weight, we're going to go 228. This is the highest weight we can go while still having 92 agility, and we're going to max out that wingspan all the way to 7 feet. In past 2K, 6'4" is definitely too small, but you have to think we're talking about 2K25 here, where some of the best point guards are playing on 5'9s. So in the bigger picture of things, 6'4" is really not small on this game, and if you stick around, I'll show you gameplay of exactly why 6'4" is an absolute viable lockdown. The most impressive part of this build I want to show you guys is the agility. Agility on defense actually means a lot. This is why you see point guards in the park or in the rec or whatever, and they actually have solid defense, is because they have high agility compared to some of these other 6'7" lockdown builds that we're typically used to seeing in 2K, and they're just not as good anymore. To stay on ball and to keep up with these fast point guards, you're going to want to have high agility on your lockdown. Whether it's 6'6" or 6'4", a lot of lockdowns are making sure that they have high agility. And along with that, we're going to have high speed too. And while we're here in the physicals, I'm not going to let you guys forget, I am going to put the strength up to 85. People say strength doesn't matter as much in this 2K as others, but I still wouldn't make a lockdown without having strength. And for vertical, we're going to go to 65. All right, and for this build, we are going to go 96 perimeter and 97 steal. The reason we're doing this is if you have starter 3, which you will probably have soon if you play the game on a consistent basis, you can put your +5 cap breakers, 3 to perimeter, 2 to steal, and you will have 99 perimeter, 99 steal. Obviously, this is overkill, but to be the best on the game and play competitive, a lot of lockdowns are doing this. Now, obviously, this is preference. If you don't think you want this much defense, by all means, you don't have to, but I'm going to show you a build that gets 99 in both categories after your cap breakers, and it's still an overall balanced build where you can actually be an all defensive first team player and a role player like Derek White. So continuing with the defense, I'm going to put the block to 68. I never like a lockdown that doesn't have high flying deny or chase down, whatever you want to call it, and block also helps with contests in some ways, so I would definitely put that block up to 68. And this is another fun part of the build. We're going to have an 87 3 ball on this build, which gets silver shifty shooter, and this is amazing because fades and using this badge shifty shooter are super overpowered on this game. Shooting a fade is almost easier than shooting a standstill jump shot. I don't know why, but this build is going to have silver deadeye, silver set shot specialist, and silver shifty shooter. So you see we have great defense, solid shooting, especially for our spot up player. Now we're going to go ahead and put that pass hack up to 70. I feel like 70 is a good sweet spot for the pass hack. I don't want to go too low. A lot of lockdowns go like 60 or even far below, or don't even upgrade their pass hack. If I'm going to lockdown, I want to make some kind of play out that corner. I want to be able to hit my point guard or pass it to my center on the slip, so I'd at least go with a 70. And lockdowns this year, they do get a lot of speed with ball and ball handle compared to past years, and 75 speed with ball gets you silver lightning launch, and we're also going to have bronze unpluckable, silver strong handle. These are actually solid. Like, you can actually dribble the ball up the court if a point guard is guarding you. It's actually a solid all-around build. And to finish it off, we're going to go 73 driving dunk, and the reason we go to 73 exactly is because with this and the 65 vertical, we get bronze posterizer, and we're obviously going to be wanting to do standing dunks way more than those driving dunks, but these two combined are going to have you as a backdoor threat 100%. I like having offensive rebounds on lockdowns, especially if you're playing with a popper on 3s or you're playing with a popper on 5s. Not a lot of people are going to be down there getting that rebound, so on this lockdown, we're going to get bronze rebound chaser, bronze box out beast. And this also helps if you run the break and say your center throws an outlet pass to the shooting guard and the shooting guard shoots up a 3-pointer on the break. The lock is also on the break, and he can get that offensive rebound, so I really like putting that up, especially if he's getting rebounds over point guards. A lot of point guards are not going to have higher defensive rebound than 61, and this build has a 7-foot wingspan. And the last thing I'm going to put on is the free throw. I don't know where I messed up in this build, but for some reason my perimeter and steal were messed up. It's 97 perimeter, 96 steal. That is how you start. I think I put the other one up by accident, but you see, these are all the badges you get off rip. This gold immovable enforcer, I would use my badge upgrade or badge elevator or max +1, whatever it's called, and I would put this immovable enforcer up to Hall of Fame, because like I said, with the cap breakers, we're already going to have 99 perimeter, 99 steal, so all these badges are going to turn into legend badges, especially the interceptor and the glove. glove, which if you're playing lockdown are going to be super fun to use. All right, let's get into some gameplay with this build, man. First thing I want to show you is that you can score on this build. You can put a nice go-to shot on, like this Ja Morant go-to shot right here. Now, I'm not playing on the build. My boy Jamar has his exact build. Shout out to him. And you see he's getting to a bucket with that go-to shot. And that 90 speed mixed with that 87 3 ball is super tough. You can dex around the court with that and be a really good shooter. But this is where Jamar shines. He is one of the best on-ball defenders in this game. So right here, we're playing against a decent team in 3v3. And this point guard is going to get pressed 94 feet the entire game. You see Jamar is not going nowhere. He is glued to this man. No matter where this guy goes, Jamar is in his face with that 92 agility, that 90 speed. The screens aren't working. He's getting through them screens. You're trying to fade. It's not working. He's right there. He's right in your face. 94 feet the entire game. Where are you going? This guy is running for his life. If this is the kind of role player you want to be, look, the proof is right here. The gameplay is right here. You can literally press these point guards the entire game. You're in their face the entire time. He's making them throw a bad pass. This guy is absolutely flustered. Doesn't know what to do. He's trying to create some space. He's getting nothing, and he had to do that. That's how he ended up scoring. A spin jump shot in the paint. This build is an absolute defensive menace. And then I have Jamar sitting on the wing. I call him on a cut, and that 90 speed is so fast. The point guard couldn't even react to try and stop it. And then I get hit on a back door, throw it over to him, and he's using Cam Thomas base, which he gets on his build, and that jump shot is so fast. Dude moved a foot away from him and he could pull it. Easy corner three. And this kid is just not even using his right stick anymore. He's just trying his life to sprint away from Jamar, and he's going absolutely nowhere. The screens are not working. All this kid does is keep trying to run to the paint, and he's thinking, oh, he's 6'4", maybe I can go up. Nope. Paint defense is actually pretty solid this year. And when the opportunity arises, you know Jamar's using that Hall of Fame glove, getting right in his pockets. Another game here, but it's same old. I mean, this is just what Jamar does. This is what lockdowns do. In your face, hands up, great defense. You have to be a skilled point guard to get away from Jamar. If not, and you're just doing basic dribble moves, he's not even gonna let you get above half court. This kid is stuck behind the half court line trying to push his way up. It's actually hilarious. And then Jamar's running the break, 90 speed, pulling in. Like, you guys cannot tell me this build is not effective when we use it on every aspect of the game versus anybody, and it works perfectly. And then 73 driving dunk is perfectly fine. You see the dunks he's getting right there. And this point guard is so scared of Jamar's blitz. He's panic passing to the big man for no reason, and it just messes up their offense. Like, when you have a role player like this, when you have someone who creates this much frustration out of the other team, you are bound to win. This ain't solid defense. This is game-changing defense. This is a game-changing build. 6-7 lockdowns are not going to be able to stay in front of these point guards as good as this point guard build. And if you want to succeed like this and you want to just do your job, know your role, then this is the build for you. I hope you guys are going to have fun with this build. If you did, make sure you drop a like. And for more builds, more gameplay, all types of stuff like that, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. It's been YoungPrecise, and I'm out. Peace.